What's going on, guys? Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. You might like what we got going on. This week, we're back on the old shop truck. This is my '02 Sierra. If you've been following along with this build, we did a 4.6 drop on it, put some Chevy Takeoff 22s on it. We did a Truck Norris NSR cam in it as well. And then we went ahead and did a full 3-inch exhaust with long tubes, X-pipe, an equal length loop, and just some cheap Amazon mufflers. And it's not the sound I was going for. I kind of wanted the Corvette sound. I know you'll never get it with these motors. Obviously, this is not a Corvette motor. But anyways, I was looking for the Corvette-ish sound. And everybody commented, lots and lots of people commented and said, you need to get spintechs. You need to get spintechs. Well, guess what? We got spintechs. They're the 6000s. That's what everybody was saying to get. So we're going to throw these on here, but I want to finish the exhaust all out the back too. I think that's another reason it doesn't sound the best, and it's real drony inside because it ends right in front of the rear axle. So plan is to finish making the exhaust up over the axle and dump it out the back. I would like to do a center dump with these tips here. That way we got 4 in a row right underneath the license plate. Now I'm going to have to pull the trailer hitch off of this truck, and I want to put it back on later, but I want to move it. I would love to put a flip down license plate on this thing and redesign the hitch and make it to where the receiver goes in behind the license plate. That way it's kind of hidden away and you don't have to see it. But before we get into any of this, I put headers on this thing and it came with cheaper looking bolts, and I should have known better in the beginning to not use them. Well, I didn't say anything in the last video after I put them on, but literally right after the first time I started this thing, it was sitting here cooling back down, and everybody's heard the typical exhaust ping that happens after you shut a car off, which is just the exhaust metal shrinking. Well, one of the pings sounded like it hit the floor. Well, that's because this happened. This is one of the bolts for the headers. Well, the cheap bolts have been slowly popping the heads off of every one of them. So this thing has an astronomical exhaust leak. So that's got to be fixed. I did buy some better header bolts for it. So we got to go through and unfortunately do what we did originally when we first took the stock manifolds off of this, and that is get the now snapped off, not twisted off, bolts out of the heads. They shouldn't be too hard to get out. They're just was put in there. I think it's been 3 weeks now since I've touched this thing ish. Anyways, they should come right out. Hopefully we'll tack a bolt to them if we need to. Hopefully I can just get in there with a screwdriver or something and back them out. We'll see how that goes. I got a new set of gaskets for it. So yeah, after we get the header fixed, we'll get underneath this thing and get these spintechs on here and finish fabricating the exhaust all the way out the back. Put some tips on there. See how she sounds. Regardless, if I don't like these, at the end of the day, I'm just going to take them off and it'll be a straight pipe X-pipe all the way out the back. I ran my Camaro like that for a while and I loved the way it sounded. So yeah, it's just a cop magnet, and it's kind of irritating to start it early in the morning to go to work if I want to drive this to work, because I really don't like being that guy for my neighbors, only because I got really good neighbors. So we'll see how it goes. Right now, it's super loud anyways. So far, no complaints, but either way, let me get this stuff put away, get this hood open, and we'll see about getting these header bolts back out. Well, I just went ahead and knocked out getting all those bolts swapped out and the gaskets. Those of you who've been following along with this truck, you just watched me do that with the stock manifolds and the stock twisted off stuff in the last video of this. So if you're interested to see how I get twisted off bolts out of heads, go back to the last video of this and you'll see exactly how I did that. I did kind of a little tutorial type thing on how to do that. But I ended up having 4 of them to get out. 3 of them just unscrewed right out by finger. It was no issue. And then I had one that wanted to fight me. It took me 3 attempts, but I did end up getting it out of there. This is the gasket. That was the bad one, and there is the leak that was in it. But wasn't a terrible job. Like I said, it just took me 3 attempts to get that one out. The other 3 just literally screwed out by hand, and it was super simple. So enough of me rambling. I'm gonna pull this thing forward a little bit, get the back of this thing jacked up in the air, and we'll start cutting off the old mufflers and fabbing up all this new stuff. So I'll see you back there. All right, this thing is now pushed forward. It is up on stands. That way we're being safe here. First things first, we got to get the spare tire and the hitch out of the way, so that way we can have room to run the exhaust. Luckily, I was able to find the jack tools that were in the truck. The jack was gone, but I was able to find these in there, which is awesome. And this thing had a lock that went in here to keep you out. It was a little froze up, but I ended up getting that out, no problem. So I'm just gonna crank this thing and get the spare tire out from underneath of this. That should go onto the floor, drop out, easy as that. Then we'll climb underneath this thing and get the hitch out, and then we'll start cutting exhaust pieces. And yeah, that's on the ground. We just gotta unhook that cable. But yeah, let me get this out of the way, then we'll try and get this hitch out of the way. Well, tire's out, and it's not like it would have done me any good being in there anyways. It's flat, and it's super rusty, and it's probably one of the typical Chevy rims. You put it on there, and it's probably going to break. It's a shame the tire's really good. Maybe I'll save it, throw it on a different rim. We'll throw it in the bed of this thing, that way I have it. Oh, I also didn't mention, I did throw a tonneau cover on this when was it? This was last week sometime. Anyways, that only took me about 5 minutes, so. Now, to get under this thing, there's 3 bolts on this side, 3 on the other side, and then there's 1 on each side of the receiver here. I'm sure these are going to fight me the entire way out, and it's not going to be any fun. So I'll cross that bridge. Might have to take out what's left of the spare tire holder. And then you can see here, there's where the exhaust ends now. I just need to take these mufflers off, go up above the axle through this little hole here, and then bring them down over this way underneath the mount. I was contemplating on running them under the axle. I know a lot of people do that. It just seems a little sketchy to me. I'm not sure about it, but I'm going to suffer through getting these bolts out of this. Hopefully they come out easy. I'm probably not going to record it because it's going to be busted knuckles and lots of tears to be had. So I'm just going to knock this out real quick. These all came out suspiciously way too easy. Something bad's gonna happen. I can feel it. A little bit of wiring there to unplug. Tie that up so it's not getting tore up on anything. And this is where it all falls on the floor and smashes everything. Perfect. Well, I know I said I was going to reuse that hitch and redesign it and make it fit behind the license plate, but when I tipped it up on its end, all of this just decided to come out of the tube, the main part of it. So maybe we'll just start from scratch and just build my own from complete scratch. I'm sure it'll be fine, but I'd just rather not take the chance. Just in case I decide to haul my Catalina or something crazy with this, which it probably should never haul that car. I'm just saying. Better safe than sorry. Probably not going to use that one. But anyways, it's not about that right now. Let's get the Sawzall out and chop off those other mufflers that I got on here. And we'll get some pipe drug out and start seeing what we can do to get this thing all out the back, the new mufflers on, and the tips. Finally. Now I gotta dig out the 2 sleeves that are gonna be in here from the little stub pieces that I used to weld this together. Then I think I am gonna attempt to just try to run it straight back and see how it looks. I just don't want to be able to see the exhaust from the side of the truck, which you shouldn't be able to anyways because of how low this thing is, but I don't know. I just don't want it to look janky, I guess you could call it. So let me dig these out and we'll get some straight pieces and see what we can come up with. All right, it's been an hour or so, and I've got lots and lots of progress. I went and dug out my universal bends that I ordered. I order these off of Amazon all the time. They just got 90s, 45s, 180s, some straight pieces, you name it, it's got it all. I haven't welded anything yet, but it's all the way out the back, and I think it's really close to where it's going to be. I just got to get underneath there with the welder and start tacking. I got to hold some things where it needs to be, but I can show you what it looks like. I did end up going under the axle, but here we go. It is low, but my gas tank is going to drag before this drags. Yeah, I know it's close to the axle up here, but the weight of the truck is sitting on the axle, so this should really only go up. It shouldn't come down much farther unless I really flex it out, but I'm not too worried about it. I'll put another hanger on it back here. I've got to hold these and adjust them just right. Like I said, it's all just sitting there. The jack's holding it, that's holding it. Just slip together, fit. But yeah, I'm going to hop under here and just start welding. I'm actually pretty excited to hear this thing, but I'm going to tack a lot of it together, and then I can pull that full section out of the X-pipe. That way I can weld all of it together, and I can slide it back in the X-pipe, weld to the X-pipe, put some hangers on it. She'll be golden. So let me get the welder out. Well, it's all back together, all welded up. Here's how the tips turned out, right in the center there, not much lower than the bumper. I added 2 hangers at the back, one on this side, one on the other side, and then one all the way at the front. So it's got 3 hangers. I've got a huge mess to clean up, and then we'll set this thing back down on the ground, start it up, see what she sounds like. I'll be right back. All right, it's that time. I just got done hooking the battery up. Let's get in this thing, hit the key, see what it sounds like. Here we go. Yep. I think it sounds awesome, but it's a little bit too late to be going out tonight and getting any rollers or anything, so I'll be back in the morning and we'll see what this thing sounds like out on the road. Well guys, we're out and about in this thing, and I can already say the exhaust drone in here is basically non-existent. Yeah, I can hear the exhaust, but the droning that I had in here, so much better. I can handle this. But as far as the sound, I mean, yes, it has a Corvette sound to it. I wouldn't say that it's 100% a Corvette, which, like I said, it's never going to be a Corvette. Anybody who says that their truck sounds like a Corvette, it's just not going to happen. But it is pretty close. I will say that. Everybody who commented put the spintechs on it. You is right, I guess I could say. But I'm going to head out here to my side of Mexico, and we'll let you guys hear this thing. Unfortunately, it is snowing. I'm so ready for summer. This stuff is overrated. But if you guys are looking to make your truck sound like a Corvette, do what I did. You're going to need equal length loop in there, the X pipe, and some spintechs. Mine's all 3-inch long tubes. Should get the job done for you, but I'm happy with it for now. But I get bored with everything, so it might change in the next month or two. Might not. Who knows? Depends on the schedule with everything else I'm working on. So let me get out here to Mexico, and I'll set the camera outside for you guys so you can hear it a little better. Well, something just broke. Well, we no longer have any forward gears and only have reverse gear. This is the price you pay for having fun, I guess. Well, I'm going to figure this out, but at least I can back off of the road a little bit. But yeah. Oops. I knew it was coming. I mean, 406s only hold up to so much, and I've not been nice, so here we are. Alright guys, well, I've got help on the way, but the unfortunate part is I got no way to haul this thing right now, so let's go in reverse and talk about life for a little bit here. I'm gonna have to back this all the way to a friend's house, which is no big deal. He just lives like a country mile or two away. But yeah, this is the price you pay for wanting to do fun stuff, I guess. Don't trust 4L60s. But yeah, I think that's gonna have to do it for this video, unfortunately. And I guess the next video you see on it's gonna be us pulling the transmission out, because obviously it needs one now. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. Sorry you didn't get your burnout this time, but yeah. I don't even know what to say. I think that's my first failure that I've caught on video, which is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, let me know what you guys thought, and As always, I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.